Thank you. So let's be clear. Stealing is wrong, plain and simple. That's what I've taught my preschooler and what hardworking parents across San Diego County have taught their children. So laws that let organized groups steal $949 worth of merchandise on a Monday, another $949 on a Tuesday, and another $949 on a Wednesday are antithetical to San Diego values and common sense. But the good news is we don't need Prop 36 to deal with this loophole. Governor Newsom recently signed AB 1802 and AB 2943 to end this absurd loophole and allow aggregation across crimes and counties so that our district attorney and sheriff deputies can do their jobs. So, thanks to this legislative fix, prosecutors in San Diego County and beyond can now aggregate the cost of theft and elevate these mischaracterized misdemeanors into the felonies they are to effectively dismantle organized retail theft rings. So DA and deputies, go get them. But the reality is that the legislature just passed an entire series of bills closing the primary loopholes in Prop 47. So my instinct is to give these laws a chance to work before we start changing the state constitution to pass a bill that could cost taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars to lock up nonviolent offenders while dismantling our ability to treat the drug addiction on our streets. We have been working on this board tirelessly to clean up our mental health and addiction crisis. And I am extremely concerned about the reports that increased costs from Prop 36 would defund critical and vital mental health programs currently funded by the Safe Neighborhoods and Schools Fund. The last time California voted on a proposition numbered 36 was in 2012, when we overwhelmingly ended the ineffective 3 strikes law that overcrowded our prisons and did nothing to keep us safer. Today's Proposition 36 risks doing the same thing that 3 strikes did, and worse, because we may be robbing Peter to pay Paul, as it appears that Prop 36 may be posed to defund vital substance abuse, mental health, and other services. To address the challenges we face, we need data-driven policies that we know work to keep our communities safer. So let's talk for a moment about what's at risk if we pass Prop 36. So by all accounts, the increased costs from Prop 36 will completely eliminate the Safe Neighborhoods and Schools Fund. That's $95 million a year currently earmarked for mental health and addiction treatment, K-12 programs, and trauma recovery for victims. We know these programs work based on over a decade of careful data analysis. The data shows that the Safe Neighborhoods and Schools Fund housing program led to a 60% reduction in homelessness. The data shows that the Safe Neighborhoods and Schools Fund employment program led to a 50% reduction in unemployment. And we know that it is extremely expensive to arrest and then release drug users, just to arrest them again. We know that when we do this, 45% of the time, they end up back on the streets doing drugs and then back in jail. But the addiction programs funded by the Safe Neighborhoods and Schools Fund have reduced recidivism rates by 62%, down to just 15% of people ending up back in jail. So this is what we're talking about when we say safety through services. I do not believe we can afford to divest from the programs that keep our communities safe and drug-free. And while I support the reforms to Prop 47 loopholes addressed by the governor's legislative package, it seems it would be extremely irresponsible to defund the Safe Neighborhoods and Schools Fund without further data. That's why I was happy to support the motion made by my colleague to bring back fiscal analysis so we can make a wise and thoughtful and evidence-based decision about how to best protect our communities. I'm happy to support the chairwoman's substitute motion, which will allow us to reconsider Prop 36 on October 8th, along with informed fiscal analysis. So the motion on the floor made by my colleague, which I'm happy to support, does not take a position on Prop 36 today, but rather allows us to consider Prop 36 on October 8th when it returns, informed by data, especially data regarding the fiscal impact on these vital programs for our county. Thank you.